A new report by the Canadian Taxpayers Federation says inflation-adjusted cost of staffing the Prime Minister's office has risen by 16% under Justin Trudeau. Now, that means the taxpayers are on the hook for an additional $3.2 million in salary at the PMO compared to 2014 and 2015, or when Stephen Harper was Prime Minister. To talk about this in more detail is Franco Terrazzano, Federal Director of the Canadian Taxpayers Federation, joining us from Ottawa. Franco, how many staff are we talking about at the PMO and how much in salaries?
Here's the real problem. Everywhere you look, whether it's the federal C-suite, the bureaucracy, or the Prime Minister's own office, the cost and size of government has gotten out of control. Because remember, since Trudeau has become the Prime Minister less than a decade ago, he has added 108,000 federal government bureaucrats, a 42% increase in less than a decade. The Trudeau government has rubber stamped more than $1 billion in bonuses for federal bureaucrats since 2015. Trudeau has handed out more than 1 million pay raises in the last 4 years alone, and taxpayer spending on outside consultants has also reached a record high of about $21 billion last year. So here's the thing. Trudeau has to take some air out of his ballooning bureaucracy, and the place he should start is in his own Prime Minister's office.
So, Franco, not only has the number of federal bureaucrats increased, but also the number of executives?
That's correct, right? As I mentioned, the number of federal government bureaucrats has increased by 108,000 since Trudeau has become the Prime Minister less than a decade ago. But it's not just the bureaucracy per se, it's also the number of federal government executives that have increased by 42% under Prime Minister Justin Trudeau. And remember, folks, that is the most expensive bureaucrats there are. So here's the thing. If there's a politician out there who wants to fix the budget and cut your taxes, then they're going to have to shrink Ottawa's ballooning bureaucracy.
Thanks so much for your time today, Franco. That was Franco Terrazzano, Federal Director of the Canadian Taxpayers Federation, joining us from Ottawa.